If you're wondering which keyboards for Valorant are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Keychron Q3 Max. Let me tell you, this keyboard is built like a tank with its aluminum case and has some of the smoothest typing experience I've ever felt thanks to those pre-lubed switches and 7 layers of foam dampening. The 1000 Hz polling rate might not be as fancy as some other keyboards, but it's more than enough for competitive gaming, and the wireless connectivity is actually reliable for once. The only downside, this chunky boy weighs over 2 kilograms and doesn't come with a wrist rest, so your wrists might hate you after a long gaming session. Would I buy it? Yes, it's built to outlast your grandchildren, and the typing experience is just too good to pass up. Logitech G Pro X TKL. This keyboard is basically what would happen if reliability and performance had a baby. The Lightspeed wireless connection is absolutely flawless and there's zero noticeable lag. The build quality is solid and it comes with a nice carrying case, perfect for taking to tournaments, but damn, Logitech really missed the mark by not including customizable switches like their competitors. The stabilizers are a bit rattly, especially that spacebar, and for 200 bucks, you'd expect more features. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's reliable as hell, but the price tag is hard to swallow for what you get. Corsair K70 RGB Pro. This keyboard rocks an insane 8000 Hz polling rate, which sounds impressive on paper, but let's be real. You probably won't notice the difference from 1000 Hz unless you're some kind of superhuman. The tournament switch is pretty neat for competitive play, disabling all your fancy RGB and macros so you don't accidentally trigger them mid-game. The case ping is pretty bad though, and that wrist rest feels like it was made from leftover plastic. Would I buy it? No. The 8000 Hz polling rate is more marketing than practical benefit. Wooting 60 HE Plus. Now this is what I call a proper gaming keyboard. The Hall effect switches let you customize actuation points down to 0.1 millimeters, and the rapid trigger feature is actually game-changing for Valorant. The 60% layout takes some getting used to, and there's no adjustable typing angle, which is kind of annoying. The typing sound isn't great out of the box, but who cares when you're getting the best gaming performance currently possible? Would I buy it? Yes, it's literally the best gaming keyboard for competitive play right now, despite its minor flaws. Nuphy Gem80. The Gem80 is a wireless keyboard with 1000 Hz polling rate that's perfect for gaming, and while it might not be the fastest in terms of latency, the typing experience is so damn good you'll forget about those few milliseconds. The build quality is remarkable with its aluminum case, and the sound dampening makes it quieter than my neighbor's cat at 3 a.m. But damn, that $200 price tag hurts more than losing a ranked match. Would I buy it? Maybe. The customization options are great, but there are faster keyboards for competitive gaming. Keychron K5. This ultra-slim keyboard delivers excellent typing quality and impressive gaming performance with remarkably good single-key latency, plus it connects wirelessly through both Bluetooth and a 2.4 GHz dongle. The stock keycaps don't have shine-through legends though, so good luck finding that push-to-talk key during those clutch moments in the dark. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a solid performer for gaming that won't break the bank, and the low-profile design means your wrists won't hate you after a 12-hour gaming session. Corsair K100 RGB. This beast comes with an 8000 Hz polling rate and Corsair's fancy OPX optical mechanical switches that have a ridiculously short 1mm actuation point. Perfect for those panic fire moments in Valorant. The keyboard is expensive as hell at $230, but you get some neat features like the ICU control wheel and dedicated macro keys, though let's be real, you're probably never gonna use half of these fancy features. Would I buy it? No. While the performance is insane, the price tag is even more insane for what you get. Razer BlackWidow V4 Pro. This keyboard rocks a 4000 Hz polling rate and comes with Razer's Snap Tap feature that prioritizes the last key pressed when 2 keys are held at once, making those corner peak battles a breeze. The switches are pre-lubed and there's sound dampening foam inside, but some of the larger keys wobble more than my aim during pistol rounds. Would I buy it? Yes. Despite being pricey, the gaming features and build quality make it worth every penny for competitive gaming. Roccat Vulcan II Max. The optical switches on this bad boy have a 1.4mm actuation point, which makes it super responsive for those quick Valorant peaks. and the dual LED design lets you see your secondary functions clearly. Pretty neat for those late-night gaming sessions. But damn, this keyboard needs 2 USB ports to power all those fancy RGB lights, and the smooth keycaps get greasy faster than my face during a clutch situation. Would I buy it? No, it's a beautiful keyboard, but for $230 you could get something with better features for competitive gaming. Razer Huntsman V3 Pro TKL. This keyboard is actually insane for Valorant, with its adjustable actuation points going as low as 0.1 millimeters, and the rapid trigger mode makes counter-strafing feel smoother than butter. The optical switches are loud as hell though, and you might wake up your entire neighborhood during those midnight gaming sessions. Plus, that $249 price tag is gonna hurt your wallet more than getting one-tapped by a chamber. Would I buy it? Yes. If you're serious about competitive gaming and have money to burn, this thing is basically cheating with how fast it responds. Keychron K8. This budget-friendly keyboard has decent gaming performance when wired, but the wireless mode has higher latency than my grandma's reaction time. The hot swappable switches are nice for customization, but the lack of dedicated gaming features makes it feel more like a typing keyboard that's trying to be cool with the gaming crowd. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's a solid choice if you want a good all-rounder that won't break the bank, but there are better options specifically for Valorant. HyperX Alloy Origins. The linear switches have a short 45-gram actuation force that makes spamming Vandal shots feel great, and the solid aluminum frame could probably survive being thrown across the room after losing a ranked match. The software is about as underwhelming as my aim though, and the lack of dedicated media controls is kind of a bummer. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a no-nonsense gaming keyboard that delivers solid performance without trying to empty your bank account. Razer BlackWidow V4 75%. The keyboard delivers remarkable latency performance with an 8000 Hz polling rate, making it perfect for those quick Valorant flicks, and the orange switches have this satisfying tactile bump that won't wake up your parents at 3 a.m. Yeah, it's got all these fancy features like pour-on gaskets and pre-lubed stabilizers, but let's be real, some users are reporting key chatter issues, which is the last thing you want when you're trying to diffuse that spike. Would I buy it? Yes, despite its flaws, the performance is just too good to pass up. Logitech G915 TKL. This wireless bad boy delivers gaming performance that rivals wired keyboards with unwavering connectivity and a slim profile that'll make your desk look cleaner than your aim. The low-profile switches are incredibly responsive, but damn, this thing costs more than my entire gaming setup, and they didn't even bother to include a wrist rest. Would I buy it? Maybe. If you've got money to burn and want something that looks fancy while you bottom frag, Nuphy Air75 V2. This keyboard is like the tryhard's dream with its 1000 Hz polling rate when connected via wireless, and the battery life is insane, up to 220 hours with the RGB off. The switches feel great for gaming, but the RGB lighting is dimmer than my team's game sense, and you'll need to get used to that low-profile design. Would I buy it? Yes, the performance-to-price ratio is actually nuts, and it's perfect for those long Valorant sessions. Epomaker Brick 87. Look, it's got smooth switches and completely rattle-free stabilizers, which is nice for those tense clutch moments. The typing experience is decent, but a bit stiff, and while the dual thumb rollers for volume control sound cool, they become useless if you're using a palm rest, which is just brilliant engineering right there. Would I buy it? No, there are better options at this price point that won't force you to choose between comfort and functionality. Ducky One II Mini. Look, if you want a reliable keyboard that won't break the bank, this is pretty damn good. The typing experience is fantastic and the build quality is solid, though its latency might make you rage quit in Valorant since there's a noticeable input lag. The Cherry MX switches feel responsive as hell, but you'll have to get used to not having arrow keys, which can be annoying when navigating menus. Would I buy it? No, the high latency is a deal breaker for competitive Valorant. SteelSeries Apex Pro. This keyboard is actually insane for Valorant. You can set your movement keys to 0.1mm actuation for those crispy counter strafes, while keeping your ability keys at a higher actuation point to avoid fat fingering your ultimate. The OmniPoint switches are smooth as butter, but the software is bloated with useless crap like an aim trainer that nobody asked for. Would I buy it? Yes, the customization potential for Valorant is just too good to pass up. Wooting Two HE! Alright, this is the keyboard that makes other gaming keyboards look like toys. The rapid trigger feature is so good for counter-strafing in Valorant that Valve literally banned it in Counter-Strike 2. The lacquer switches are pre-lubed and feel amazing, plus you get true analog input with 0.1mm precision. Would I buy it? Yes. It's literally the best gaming keyboard you can get right now. Corsair K70 Max. The magnetic switches on this bad boy are pretty sweet, letting you customize actuation points down to 0.4mm, which feels super responsive in Valorant. The 8000 Hz polling rate sounds impressive on paper, but let's be real, you won't notice the difference between this and 1000 Hz. The build quality is great, but damn, this thing is expensive for a wired-only keyboard. Would I buy it? Maybe, it's really good, but the price is hard to justify when Wooting exists. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the keyboards for Valorant for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.